All right, here is the Taut project and how a user might interact with the app. So as you can see here, I have a user named Al who's signed in right now. And on the left side are groups that he has access to. He can create a new group. These are the groups he's already a part of, contacts, and he can send messages to contacts as well. And I'm starting on this screen to show you just what it looks like when a user has already signed up. So, and I'll come back to this, but when a user signs up, they have to pick a group. And this first group is the group that links all of the users together. So Al, when he signed up, he chose Deadwood, which is the first group listed here. And so now this group is accessible to anyone who signs up with our first group being Deadwood. I'll show you what that means. And so anyone who signs up for the first group Deadwood also has a list of contacts. So as you can see, Al's already been sending messages between him and Dan, also himself and Trixie. So if he clicks on Dan, he can send a message down here. All right, and then it shows up in order. And he can also edit this if he wants. All right, and then that becomes edited down here. He also has the option to delete any messages that he creates. Now that's gone. And that same goes for the messages inside of the groups. So here, this conversation between Dan and Al is only accessible to them, but this Deadwood conversation is accessible to anyone who's part of the Deadwood group. So you can see all of these names of people who are checking in. And Al only has access to deleting or editing his own messages. If he wants to talk to a new contact, I'll pick EB, hit direct message. All right. Now EB shows up in his contact list, and he can send a message. All right, and then that message shows up. So now I'm going to log out. Let's sign in as EB. So now EB is also part of the Deadwood group. All right, so there's everyone showing up here. And you can see that now he has a message from Al. Click on Al, there's the message that we sent from Al coming in. And he can respond. And then he has access to editing his own messages. And we know EB has a hotel. And so let's see, these are the groups that have been created, but there's no hotel, so he creates a new group. Okay, so here it is, nothing on here. Okay, and whatever messages he posts in here will show up. And I just want to go back and make sure. So he sent this response to Al, so I'm gonna log out. Back in as Al. All right, click on EB, and there's that response right there. Now, Al only belongs to the Deadwood and the Gem group, but because EB created that hotel group, he can find it in here, and he can join that group as well. Anybody who is part of this first group has access to any group created by group members. All right, and so there's EB's message that he can see and respond to if you'd like. Let's sign up with a new user. If the user has Facebook, they can also log in here, but I'm gonna sign up a new user. And let's see. I'm gonna sign up with Charlie. Just make up an email address. All right, after a new user signs up, they get to this page to sign into your group. Oops. And this is where they can choose the Deadwood group. So the Deadwood company, told all their users, hey, when you sign up for the Deadwood group. They join that group. And now here they have access to the Deadwood group. Here's all the contacts associated with the Deadwood group and all the groups associated with the Deadwood group. All right, so he can check out the gem, see what's being posted in there. All right, and he can also message Seth. Seth. All right, now Seth has a message from Charlie. There it is. So what if you're not part of the Deadwood group? All right, let's, I don't know if I've signed up to it yet. Sign up Angela. I'll do Spain. Maybe you're part of the Dunder Mifflin group. And, your company said, hey, sign up for the Dunder Mifflin group on Taut, and you'll be able to access all of our groups, and you can contact or stay in touch with your employees and whatnot. All right, so she's signed up for the Dunder Mifflin. This is her first group. And you can see that the Deadwood stuff is nowhere to be found, right? None of the Deadwood contacts are here. This is only contacts for the Dunder Mifflin group. And there's a Scran branch that's been created, so we'll join that. All right, and then you can see a comment here from Michael. She can message any of the contacts here. And so the first group sign up separates groups so that they can't interact with one another to keep things private between the groups who sign up. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.